Alright guys, let's see if we can find that safe house. We're supposed to talk to Lily. There aren't many ships coming in or out of Delane these days, but the few that manage to keep the goods moving need dockers to haul stuff on and off. Usually there are specific varieties of serviles or brawny male humans. This woman, however, is managing to keep up with the others with hard work and force of will. You watch her haul sacks of grain for a while, sweat pouring down her face. Then she notices you. She drops her grain and runs up to you and pulls you aside. After she looks around to make sure nobody is listening, she whispers, "You're finally here. I'm Lily." "No, don't look around. Just look at me. We have to make this quick. The rebels told me you were coming. I'll tell you what you have to know. Then you'll have to move on. Otherwise, the Shapers will get suspicious." Well, what do I need to know? You need to go to the Ilya safe house. This is where the most rebels are. It'll be tough to get there, but they are the ones who can help you now. Where is the safe house? Southwest. It's in the mountains down there, south of the Tarabi Gate. Wander around enough and they'll contact you. What is between me and there? The Shapers are securing the southern part of the province. Lots of nasty creations all over the place. When you go down there, look for ways around them. Or look for the rebels that can help you pass them. Okay. No quest pop-up. Okay. Alright, so I think we've got most of what we need. Now there is the mayor's office and there's the tailor. Let's go see them real quick. Now that we know where we need to go for the rebel safe house, maybe there's a few quests we can do to kind of build up some more experience, levels, wealth and power. All the good things. Gretchen's Organic Goods. This is a private home. Alright, let's talk to this blonde-headed mayor. Mayor Kirk. This was once a private home, but it looks like he got converted into an office a few years ago. The graying, pudgy man sitting at the desk angrily jumps to his feet when you enter, spraying papers around. "Do you know who I am? I'm Mayor Kirk, the mayor of the largest city in Ilya province, and you just barge in without knocking." He collapses into his chair, takes a swig from the goblet on his desk, and shakes his head. "I'm not a shaper, but I am loyal, and I work hard, and I deserve more respect than this." How are things going in Delame? He seems pleased to have a chance to brag about his accomplishments. Well, the rebels and their pests are on the run, and the city is rebuilt. Soon we can go north and reclaim the barrier zone. What is the barrier zone? A blasted wasteland full of ruins and rogues at the north end of my beautiful province. The Shapers have taken control, and their creations roam the wastes. But those creations are not always entirely predictable. Stay away from there. That's my advice. What do you think of the rebels? They caused a lot of destruction, a lot of death. They deserve what they're getting now. Go east and look at the cages by the water. Those bones will tell you everything I think about the rebels. I'm looking for employment. Well, then go to the River Keep and see the mighty General Alwyn. Don't act like I have any authority. I just keep everything running. No, never mind me. This is your office? Oh yes, glorious, isn't it? He waves at it. It is overcrowded, dusty, and has papers covering every available surface. It's clearly not big enough for the job. This is what I was given after I was evicted. The glories of Rivergate Keep were too fine for the likes of me. Who evicted you? General Alwyn, when he came here to direct our forces against the rebels. He took control of the Rivergate Keep, and where the mayors of Delame worked for centuries, and he cast me into this dump. Are your quarters still in the keep? Not anymore. Not since I told Alwyn exactly what I thought of how he was treating me. Quite a mistake. No matter how much they value you, it is foolish for an advisor to question a full shaper, especially a general. But I can work out my frustrations by complaining to a nobody like you. Tell me about the keep. It is large, stone, glorious, lots of room to store my things, and being master of Rivergate brings respect. Not like, say, being the master of a dusty little hole in the wall. Okay, so I guess that's it. And here is the tailor, Zerniki. Or Zerniki. Although Delame is remote and war-torn, some bits of higher civilization have survived. For example, this is a small tailor's shop. Here the Shapers can get the impeccably made robes that help maintain their reputation. The tailor does not value your potential business. She sniffs the air when you enter. Ah, a mercenary, yes? I am Zerniki, and I maintain a respectable shop. I do not involve myself in the business of rebels and those who hunt them. Since you are deep inside a Shaper stronghold, you restrain the wave of rage that rises in you at this insect's insolence. What do you think of the rebels? Ungrateful savages and parasites who take the gifts the Shapers bring and then spit on them in ingratitude. They deserve what they get. And what do the Shapers do for them? They provide peace. prosperity, wealth, and they make sure that others don't get their power and misuse it. The rebels, on the other hand, brought war, waves of refugees, death. That is how I feel. And if you don't agree, you can find another shop to loiter in. And what do the rebels get? I suggest a little educational visit to the cages. They are east of here, near the water. They will tell you all you need to know about how General Alwyn treats the rebels. Well, let's see what you have for sale. Okay, so some smaller items. Ooh, carnelian gloves. Prices here are exorbitant, but they aren't that bad. Too bad the carnelian gloves aren't useful to me. Okay. Well, that's it. Private home, Gregory, Master Drex, Drury. No, I don't want to break in anywhere. I want to keep the peace a little bit. Okay. So Gretchen's Organic Artisanal Potions. It's all organic, free-range materials. Alchemists tend not to be popular in cities. Be popular? That's good. Because of the odors, there is a long passage leading to this workshop, lined with bowls of patchouli and incense. It seems to do a little to help diffuse the smells. The alchemist herself is quite busy making pods and spores for the army, reagents for the shapers, and love potions for the gullible. But though she's busy, she is happy to see another customer. Ah, yes, you have the look of a traveler. I'm Gretchen. I get a lot of odd customers, and I don't ask questions. And I occasionally pay travelers and mercenaries for valuable ingredients. Is there anything you're looking for right now? Yes. There has been much magical warfare to the north in the barrier zone. Fire and lightning have scorched the dirt and sand, and in some places it has melted. The resulting glass-like substance can be valuable. Should you roam to the barrier zone, keep an eye open. I will pay for these melted, slightly magical nodules. And if you bring enough, I will give special rewards. Why are they useful? Because the melting material absorbs some of the magic. They can then be used to make high-quality flasks and other equipment. Where can I find them? On the ground, in areas seared by powerful magic. You seem very busy. Oh yes, much demand, and I am trying to save up a lot of money quickly. What do you need the money for? Protection. For when I try to get out of here, I want to get west, away from the war. I am tired. Who are your best customers? People like you. People who travel and fight. I can see it in you. It's obvious what you've been doing. And for a fee, I can supply you. No questions asked. Don't the Shapers have a problem with that? They tend to stay in their keep and leave us out in the city to our own devices. When they come out, the rebels try to kill them. There are a wide variety of traps and techniques they use. The Shapers, they act strong. They are strong. But against some sorts of foes, all they can do is hide. I have another question. She wipes some of the viscous goo off her fingers with a towel. Oh, this stuff never comes off. Anyway, what else do you need? I'd like to buy something. So, I mean, speed spores would be awesome, but ooh, they're expensive. Yeah, I don't need anything right here. So we'll wait until we get to the barrier zone. And this was the barracks, I think. Yep. The Merry Mercenary should be over here then? Let's see. Storage needs. Storage sheds. Okay, I guess that's it. Unless this is like another shop. Alright, so let's see, barracks, soldiers only. Yawn. Alright, so over here is going to be the Delame Fields. Alright, let's go back. I think we're ready to begin our travels here, but I just want to make sure we didn't miss picking up anything. That's the Alchemist. Okay. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, because that's not a side office for anything in there. And this was just a barracks, it looked like. I hope our team composition does alright. Yep, that's it. They're coming in here for a beer break. So, if we head down here, we can deliver Uchitelle's Grove, his package. Stay peaceful. Mined Torst. What a surprise. There is a servant mine living in the shed. It's an old specimen, gray, wrinkled, and dried out, but still alert. Servant mines are some of the most unusual Shaper creations. They are thinking beings, made to be administrators and record keepers, and, as their price for their intelligence, they are immobile. They spend their entire lives in stone trays. Please, move closer, it says. The eyes, they are weak. You move forward a little and it looks at you. Ah, visitors, to the woods of Uchitelle. I am Mine Torst. I examine those who would proceed. Can I go and see Uchitelle? The mine inspects you closely. It closes its eyes again. It seems to be whispering something, and then it looks at you again. You may see Uchitelle, but be aware. We are very capable of killing thieves and intruders. Oh, and please be careful. Careful of what? Uchitelle has lost control of some of the mines and several paths, and he has not yet had time to disarm them. Never fear, though. The perilous paths are clearly marked with signs. How old are you? Uchitelle created me 21 years, 4 months, and some days ago. We mines are not a long-lived race. We used to live for a long time, but no longer. The Shapers modified us. Our newly shortened lifespans are one of the limitations the Shapers gave us, in their wisdom, to keep us from being a danger to them. Tell me about Uchitelle. He is the Shaper of this grove, sent into unfortunate exile with those creations he made, like me, and I am here to examine those who would see him and defeat those who would harm him. Why was he sent into exile? Torst wriggles uncomfortably in his stone tray. He does not usually wish to discuss it. He certainly would not wish to discuss it with me. Do many people come to harm him? Rebels, rogue creations, bandits. These are dark times. Fortunately, he has creations to guard him. And me. How do you defend him? Because I am large and slow and old and immobile, intruders think I am helpless. Servant mines have powerful defenses. The Shapers were not foolish. They trust us with great knowledge. They want that knowledge to be protected. And what can you do? The mine doesn't say anything. It doesn't move, but the room grows very hot. Sparks start to crawl all over you. Your hair stands on end. You feel a powerful urge to run out of the room. And then it stops. The sparks disappear, the air cools, and the mine smiles. Okay. So, we may see Uchitelle, but we gotta beware of the mines. The forest grows darker. The trees seem to be crowding in on you. You feel like you're being watched. In Shaperlands, this is far from mere paranoia. How do they watch people from a distance? That's I've always wondered. Alright, well that's dangerous. We'll go a different way. "53, Terrorflesh. Those are friendly, though. Oh yeah, I forgot about that place, the dumping ground. I should go back to it. Alright, this looks like a Uchitelle's province. 300. A visitor. Can come to buy something. The old man is wearing the robes of a Shaper, but they are faded and repeatedly patched. He probably doesn't get a lot of visitors. At least that's the impression you get from his unshaven beard and lack of proper bathing. When you approach him, he quickly runs his fingers through his greasy hair, trying to slightly improve his appearance. Then he says, "Ah, another pilgrim, come to speak with old Uchitelle. This is my home, where I do my work and live with my few remaining creations. I welcome you, as long as you don't turn out to be a thief or any other sort of sneak. I have a delivery for you from Urbina." Uchitelle takes it and opens it. It contains nails and screws. "Ah, thank you. And here's payment for prompt delivery." He gives you a few copper coins. He notes that you look disappointed with the reward. Maybe you should go back to Urbina. Perhaps she has more for you, though I doubt it. Alright, so what are you doing out here? Was a Shaper. Now I am an exile, an outcast, left out here with a few humble creations to look after me, and left to live my life as an example. Allowed to do some work for the Shapers to earn my keep, but excluded. What crime did you commit? Something harsh enough to be punished, but not enough to merit death. There are limits on what we Shapers can do to our creations, and those who exceed those bounds are cast out. What did you do? He looks both irritated and ashamed. I will not speak of it. I do not wish to think of it anymore. I have accepted my punishment. That is enough. So what sort of things do you work on? Things beneath me. I practice the crafts every Shaper spends many tedious years learning before they are allowed access to the real secrets. Alchemy, tool maintenance, breeding mines, and so on. I was recently able to get access to an enchanted anvil. That greatly improved the range of work I was allowed to do, but now I can't reach the anvil anymore. It is a great bother. Why can't you reach the anvil? The anvil is in Sandros Mine, not far to the northwest. It was only taken there recently. I believe that the rebels stole it from the Shapers and put it there, and Shapers have not yet located it. I did. I have been using it profitably for some time. However, recently, The mines became haunted by a spirit. The spirit in turn summoned a host of shades which wandered the mines. Worse, the spirit corrupted the machinery placed around the anvil. The shades I can handle, but the guardian of the anvil is... I'm not sure how to defeat it. If you can, I will share the device with you. So what is haunting the mines? I do not know. It is a spirit, an old one, and a powerful one. Perhaps it has inhabited the mines for a long time, and it only recently emerged. Or perhaps it was drawn by the power of the anvil. Either way, I do not recommend trying to reach it. It is very powerful. Stay away from it. The anvil is the real prize. What guards the anvil? A shade, but one that draws power from the machinery around the anvil. It can use that energy to restore itself. I tried to destroy it, but it rejuvenated itself faster than I could harm it. I had to flee. What sort of machinery surrounds the anvil? I don't know. The rebels placed it there. It isn't necessary to use the anvil, and it has now been corrupted by the creatures haunting the mine. Can you give me any training or trade with me? Of course I can trade. I have nothing to do out here but make things, and if I sell them, I can buy food. However, I have not received permission from the Shapers to teach magic to you. To do so would be very dangerous to me. Say, you wouldn't happen to know if the rebels have a base around here, do you? He chuckles. And why would you want to know? But no, I have no idea. I don't get out much. Did you deal with the rebels? No, I was out here for years before the rebellion. I am not involved with any of that. The Shapers can defend themselves, and I concentrate on defending myself. Are you the only person banished like this? No, there are others, scattered throughout the world, exiled, left to make a living with their skills. You meet them from time to time in remote lands of Terestia. And what creations do you have with you now? Yes, the creations I made before my crime, I was allowed to retain. Well, most of them anyway. They serve me, they helped me to build this home, and they helped find the food. But I am not allowed to shape anymore. If I did, and it was found out, it would mean my death. And what crime did you commit? What did you do? Alright, so basically if I had good leadership, you'd tell me. What sort of things do you work on? You breed mines? Yes, and sometimes batons and living tools, too. Full Shapers are too busy for the work of maintaining their creations, so it is left to outcasts like me. You can't reach the anvil anymore. Okay. So I think that's it. Finding the anvil. Okay. It's servile here. Old aging one. So I'm guessing that, yeah, he wants me to go get that anvil, of course. It doesn't look like he can trade or do anything. It looks like he's just accepting his punishment, and that's it. That's life for him. Guess it's better than death. Okay, I can take the herbs, huh? Can I take what's in this box? A blessing crystal. Huh. Maybe we'll use that later on whenever he rewards me. I think the crafting mechanics are going to be somewhat the same as they are in Geneforge 3. But I don't know for sure. Anyways, that was cool. We met and delivered that quest to Uchitelle. On the next one, we'll explore around, try to head towards that rebel place, and then we'll probably wind back around and do some of the more quests. I do want to get back to that dumping ground like I mentioned, so I'll see you then, guys.